Hello, guys. God bless you. It's Dr. Raymond Govan here again, coming to you with another episode, of our program. We're going to be just sharing a little bit about recovery, addiction recovery, substance abuse. Those are the areas that we're going to deal with. There's going to be some other things involved, but that's going to be our main focus. And so I want to make sure that each and every one understands that we're just here to help. I'm not trying to build no big business. I'm not trying to uh, take advantage of anything except for to share with people what God has done for me and what He's done for me He can do for you. So when I talk, it's going to be toward, of course, staying sober, growing spiritually, but most importantly, just knowing that Jesus Christ is the reason that we're sober today. He's the one that we call Lord. He's the one that is our God. Okay? So when you hear them talking about a God of your understanding, that's going to be our topic for this particular session. A God of your understanding. And so I chose that because it's really the principle, one of the key principles, and it's also the foundation for what the program stands for. Basically, every recovery program, every outreach, every treatment program, every residential program, any type of assistance that you can get dealing with substance abuse or addiction basically is going to have a foundation that's built on godly principles. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go forth. Remember, it's spiritual. Recovery is not church. It's not a religion, but it is spiritual because it has to do with your relationship with your Savior, who is Jesus Christ. Now, for those who don't know Jesus Christ, for those who want to pursue some other higher power, it can still work for them. I believe that what God allowed to happen was you can just use higher power until you come to know who that higher power is. So when they say higher power in the program, they say it can be a bicycle seat, it can be a door, it could be any inanimate object. They are just really alluding to the fact that they don't know Jesus. And that's okay that they don't know Jesus, but they need to get to know him because he is the ultimate higher power. So when you hear people in recovery talk about the higher power or their higher power, that's who they're referring to. That's who they're relying on. They just don't know it yet. And it's our job to make sure that we keep that as at the forefront of our work, of our organization, and of our movement. So, yeah, this is a movement, if you want to call it that, but also something that's passionate, something that's near and dear to my heart. So when I talk to you, I'm talking to you from my heart. It's not anything that's scripted, but I am going to use scripts because there's a lot that I don't want to miss out on. And I certainly don't want anyone that tunes in, to miss out on anything important, So I'm going to have things scripted out. You, as you come on board, you can take notes. You can ask questions. You can email me. I've got email. I've got a website. You can email me on Facebook. You can email me on YouTube. Whatever your question may be, I'm going to try to answer it, no matter what it is. If I don't know the answer, this is how I am. If I don't know the answer, I will find out what the answer is, and I'll make sure that I get back with you on it. So always be encouraged and be sure that I'm here for you. We'll have, of course, our 800 number, a phone that you can call 24/7 for assistance. We provide placement for people. We provide treatment services, and those are always available 24/7. Also, we've got a program called Put Down the Pipe. And that's just one of the programs that we started, and you'll be hearing more about that. There's an annual celebration where we bring all of the recovery centers together and celebrate so many years of sobriety, different avenues, different advancements, different promotions, all kinds of things. And it's a lot of fun. We also have fun with that. We have things for the kids to do. We have family events. Oh, it's so much. I can't just break it all down to you right now. But as we go on, I'll be covering a lot of that stuff. But the main thing is just to understand the components, the primary concepts of recovery. And one of them is having a God of your understanding. And what that means is that every person needs to know God for themselves. Okay? There is no set God for everybody. In other words, just because I grew up in a specific church and my parents were active in that church and their parents were active in that church, I'm supposed to be active in that church. And now all of a sudden, when I become an adult, I'm supposed to be a part of that church. Okay, it don't work like that, because that church may not work for me. I can't serve God just because my mother served God. I can't worship God just because my grandparents worship God in this church. It doesn't work like that. You cannot accept a God that someone throws on you. Just like you hear a lot of people talking about a white Jesus or a black Jesus. Jesus is for everybody, okay? He is whatever color you need him to be. And the Bible is very clear when it talks about it. And so we're not going to get into what color was Jesus, because the Jesus that I serve, he is my color. The Jesus that I serve is got bronze skin, according to the Bible, with white hair. And so I just love the fact that no matter what color you are, Jesus can be real to you. So everybody has to have a personal relationship or an individual relationship with Jesus Christ or their higher power. So when they talk about a God of your understanding, this is a God that you met on your Damascus road. That means that it could have been during a time when you were at your highest point or a time when you were at your lowest point. But the fact of the matter is, you met him, and when you met him, it changed your life. So whenever you meet him, doesn't matter if it's in the hospital, doesn't matter if it's in the psych unit, doesn't matter if it's in the jailhouse or the prison, or in your bedroom or in your living room, wherever it happens, that it has to happen. You have to develop, have and develop a personal relationship with your higher power, whom we choose to call Jesus Christ. Okay? That's important. Remember that. A God of your understanding is just you having a personal relationship with a higher power, meaning that they got more power than you do. The power that you don't have to quit smoking or drinking or lying or stealing or cursing, the power that you do not have, that higher power can give you the ability and give you the power to make it through to the other side or to quit that addiction. You understand? So, having a powerful God in your life, one who has all power, is critical to recovery. And that's what we're going to talk about. What are the things that are critical to recovery? Having a higher power, knowing Jesus Christ and the pardon of your sin, is critical to recovery. Don't ever forget that. That's the number one thing. Now, that's not the number one step, because we're going to talk about the 12 steps. And the first step in the 12-step program is admitting that we are powerless. And if you get this, it's important. You're powerless. So therefore, you got to have some power. And he has got all power. So when you're powerless, you got to understand that he can give you power. It's kind of like, pulling up to a charging station for an electric car. These Teslas that they have now. My daughter's planning on renting one out this weekend and going on her birthday. She's going to rent a Tesla and drive down to Atlanta. Well, in that Tesla, she's going to have to stop about every 6 hours or every 4 hours, or how long they go. I don't know how long they go, but they're limited on how long they can go. And she's going to have to stop about every 4 to 6 hours and pull up to a place that has a charging station for Teslas. And she's going to have to charge that car before she can go another step. Okay? And that's kind of how it is serving God. When you need help, you just pull over into a charging station, plug in and get some more power from the Lord. And that's what the program does. It gives us the power that we need to make it. Without her getting power, that car is not going to Atlanta. So she needs to understand she better map out her route so she can find a power charging station between here and Atlanta. And that's what we need to do. We need to map out our lives so that we can find a power charging station. That's what the meeting places are. They're charging stations. That's what church is. That's what Bible study is. That's what prayer is. These are our charging stations for our journey with the Lord. Oh my goodness. Boy, that right there, that's powerful. All right. So make sure you tap into the power. When you ain't got no power, he's got all power. And his name is Jesus Christ. All right. So thanks for listening, guys. We're going to pick up where we left off on our next episode. All right. God bless you. I love you.